All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Tree House Brewing Company, and they're out of Charlton, Massachusetts, and this is their summer. So they're calling this one an American Double IPA. Comes in at 8.1% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 7 weeks old. So a couple days ago, I posted a dual review that I did with the guys over at FLX Beer Reviews, Dan and Mike. Huge shout out to them. Check out their channel. Great guys. We did their Super Typhoon, and today I'm doing this beer. And then I got a bunch of other Treehouse beers. That's because back in late August, I went on vacation to Saratoga Springs, New York, and Treehouse's Deerfield, Massachusetts location is about 2 to 2 hours and 15 minutes away from where I was staying. And I was like, when in Rome, got to hit up some Treehouse. So I got a mixed case of their hop forward offerings, and then I got some of their darker beers like an Imperial Porter, a couple Imperial Stouts, a couple barrel-aged beers. So I'm looking forward to trying a lot of their darker offerings, but also, drinking some of their crazier beers that I haven't had a chance to get my hands on. And yeah, I'm really excited. So summer, basically this is a double IPA that is brewed with Magnum, Citra, and Amarillo. They have taste notes on the back. I won't read them because I want to kind of figure this out on my own. I don't know, my palate's not good enough, probably not. Anyway, let's crack this one open, get into the hashtag proper glass. Where we got this, Treehouse Tiku and whatnot. So fucking right, boys. Let's give it a pour. Yeah. Oh my Lord. Now, some people, they would see this color and be like, yeah, I know this is going to be delicious. It has that, just that milky goodness to it from a New England style. So let's see. Yeah, that pours out like a dark mango juice or something. Very hazy. The tepidity is through the roof, daddy. If it doth the road, the doth the Joe. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, that looks like a picture perfect New England style IPA to me. It's very turbid. It's very murky. Like I said, I wouldn't even say a dark mango, just like a deep mango kind of juice color. 2 fingers of this off-white, super creamy looking head. I mean, it looks fucking fantastic, especially in the hashtag proper glass. Anyway, let's get a nose. Oh, fucking right. I just sit here and huff on this all day. Tons of sweeter orange juice, tangerine juice. Almost a Tangelo, like the grapefruit tangerine hybrid. Very juicy nose, very juicy citrus nose to this one. Now I just went back and I got like bubble gum, almost like juicy fruit, like, old Wrigley juicy fruit. I know a lot. See, that's the thing. I haven't had a ton of Treehouse in my life, like different Treehouses. I think I've had like up to this point, like 20, maybe like 25, somewhere in that range of different Treehouse beers. And I've gotten bubble gum in a couple of them, right? But a lot of people are like, oh, I always get it from their yeast and whatnot. Now, I don't really pick up on it too much. Then again, I don't drink it that often, right? So, I don't know. This one's giving me juicy fruit vibes. A little bit of stone fruit, like a mango. Maybe like a fleshy melon. Maybe papaya, something like that. There is this slight greenness, even though this is 7 weeks old. The one thing I've realized drinking some Treehouse recently, like off camera, the thing about some of these beers is I'm drinking them, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and they still have some greenness to them. So this is 7 weeks old. It has a little bit of greenness to it in the nose. I don't know if that's carrying for taste. It almost has this slight vegetal green kind of quality to it, but it's not big. It's just, I noticed it. It smells sweet. I'm almost getting like a vanilla kind of vibe to it. I got that in one of the other beers. Maybe it was Super Typhoon. I don't remember that review. It was either Super Typhoon or the one I did with the FLX guys on their channel was Queen Machine Amarillo. I don't know if it was, I think it was the Super Typhoon. I don't know. It smells fucking great. Very citrus heavy. Little bit of that bubble gum, slight green thing going on, touch of vanilla, touch of stone fruits. But yeah, it smells fucking great. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. It's solid. It's solid. %8.1%. I'm tasting the alcohol a little bit on the finish. I would guess this is like an 8 to 9% beer. A little bit of alcohol see on this one. The body, I mean, the thing that I've noticed from Treehouse, and I like to say this about Hop Butcher and Other Half, but Treehouse is probably one of the first that, a lot of people would say this about because they've been around the longest of like the new school breweries. With Treehouse, their bodies and mouthfeels, more often than not, knock it out of the park. This is like medium, higher side to medium. Has a decent heft. It's 8.1, but it's not too big. And then the fucking mouthfeel, soft, smooth, creamy. A little bit more carbonation than maybe some of the other brews I've had, but it's pretty fucking smooth. The taste, though, picture everything I said on the aroma, but dialed back like 25%. I'm still getting that orange juice up front, clementine, not clementine, yeah, maybe a little bit of clementine, like orange juice, clementine, tangerine. You could really say anything. Orange, clementine, tangerine. I said tangelo earlier. It's not necessarily tangelo, but it's more like to the tangerine, orange kind of side of things, like that kind of juice right at the front of the palate. As it passes through, slight hints of like a peach, a mango, something in that realm, some kind of stone fruit vibe. There's a touch of like vanilla, like kind of lingering with that. There is an underlying like bubblegum essence to this one, probably from the yeast. Again, that's not something I typically get from Tree House, but a lot of people do. So kind of cool to see for me for getting it for the first time. It finishes with a, I would say, a slight bitterness, pretty dry, not a ton of residual sweetness at 8.1%, more to the dry side of things. Like I'd say a straight up moderate dryness. Super easy to drink though. Like I said, even though I was getting a little bit of alcohol, now every subsequent sip I'm taking, the alcohol's dying down, a little bit of dryness building up though. Yeah, this is nice. It's not anywhere close to my favorite of the ones I got. I mean, I got a lot of cool ones on the horizon. Very green, very hazy. King Julius, King Creamsicle, which is King Julius aged on vanilla beans. What else do I have? I have, Curiosity, Beginner's Mind. I have like a good 8 to 10 more that I'll be releasing over the next, couple months. But of the ones I've had so far, this is probably one of my least favorite of the ones I've had, honestly. It's solid. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Like somebody hands this to me, I'm drinking this all day long, right? But at the same time, I think the intensity of the flavor doesn't match the aroma. Could be because it's 7 weeks old. Maybe I should have drank it 7 days old. Who knows? But again, the one thing I know about these Tree House beers are they were handled 100% correctly. There's no variation in how I was storing them. But they didn't go from 35 degrees to 75 degrees back to 35. I picked these up at the brewery, put them in my cooler, went from a cooler to a fridge, back to the cooler, right to my fridge at home. Never variation in, not much of a variation in temperature. I had ice in the cooler and whatnot, and everything stayed pretty well. So I just think that maybe I should have drank this one a little bit fresher. That's all. But I think usually Tree House says drink within a couple months. That's 7 weeks, within a couple months. But if I ever get a chance to try this one maybe a little fresher, 3 to 4 weeks old, I think I would. This was the oldest can that I had from them in the case that I bought. Everything else is going to be 6 weeks or fresher. This one, though, almost 2 months old. So anyway, it's not a bad beer at all. Like I said, pretty good beer. So Summer from Tree House, I'm going to give it a high 3.75 out of 5. I'm going to go 3.85 out of 5. Almost gets in the 4 range. I think if the aroma carried over a little bit better, this would easily be a 4, maybe into a 4.25. But as is, I can't give it more than 3.85. Still a pretty solid score for a beer that's 8.1%. And then I'm putting back quite easily. Price and availability. Price point on this one, I believe it was $18 a 4-pack. Again, I got it in a mixed case. And when you figured out the price of the mixed case to per can, I think it was like $5 a can. So most of the beer I got within that mixed case was like $5 a can equals, $20 a 4-pack. But I believe if you bought 4 packs of these, they were $18 a 4-pack. So I paid a little bit more, but again, I got a mixed case of different beers from Tree House, so it's worth it. Availability, I'm pretty sure Tree House is brewery only. They have, I think, like 4 locations now, maybe even 5. I don't know. They have quite a few. So if you're in the Massachusetts area, I think they have a spot in Connecticut. Yeah, definitely check them out. It's really easy too. You do online ordering. You go right to the brewery. They basically put it in your car for you, or you just get out of your car and put it in yourself. It's real simple. And yeah, I'm really happy that I got more to try. I'm really excited about some of their darker beers. Like I said, I haven't had many darker beers from them, and the couple I've had have been amazing. So I can't wait to get into some of those. But yeah, a lot of Tree House over the next couple months, and I'm excited. So anyway, that was Summer Tree House, 3.85 out of 5. If you had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Like I said, I have a feeling this will be probably one of the least enjoyable from Tree House, and it's a 3.85 out of 5. So that's kind of crazy. Who knows? Maybe one or two of them will not be all that good, but I'm looking forward to drinking all the rest of them. I cannot wait. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. To the next one. Cheers.